So this year for Christmas breakfast, what we are going to have, we will have pancakes. We are also going to have some roast sweet potatoes, also known as candied yams. And we are also going to have some scotch eggs. These are some of the most favorite things that we love in our family, and I'm going to show you just a simple way of preparing them and how you can prepare in advance so that you enjoy your Christmas morning. And if you like this kind of content, remember what we do. Press the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of this. So first thing is the roast sweet potatoes. So for making this very simple dish of roast sweet potatoes, this is way different from the way we used to just boiling them and having them plain. So what we need, just a minute. My fire is okay. So for this dish, we are going to make a different type of sweet potato than what we are used to, because normally we just boil and eat them. But for today, I will show you how to take this dish to the next level. We cannot get enough of this, and our kids love them. So we'll need some sweet potatoes. I've already peeled them and I soak them in water so that they don't brown, and then I remove the water. Then what we're going to need is we'll need butter, we'll need cinnamon, vanilla, we have sugar and salt, and that's it. So the first thing you do is you put about 150 grams of butter into your pan. I'm just eyeballing it, but that's about right. So we want to melt the butter. So if you don't have butter, you can also use ghee. It's less expensive than butter, and it will basically give you the same sweet results. Okay, so make sure your butter is completely melted. And before I add the rest of the ingredients into my melted butter, I am going to dip my brush into the butter. I'll switch off the fire so that it doesn't burn. Just dip my brush, and then I am going to butter my baking tray. This just saves you time later on. Most kids don't normally like sweet potatoes when they're just boiled, but when you bake them like this, they are delicious. Alright, so there is my baking tray all buttered and ready for business. So now my butter is ready and melted. So to this I am going to add half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a tablespoon of cinnamon, my mistake. There we go. I'm also going to add half a tablespoon of vanilla essence. There we go. And the last thing I'm going to add is half a cup of just regular sugar. Okay. And a pinch of salt, just very little salt, just to even balance out the flavors. So now I whisk all this into the batter. Oh, and before I started, I preheated my oven at 200 degrees centigrade. And if you want this process to go faster, you can also parboil your sweet potatoes. Just boil them for about 10 minutes. And then if you have already boiled them for 10 minutes, just follow the same recipe. And if you do that, then you will only roast them for 30 minutes, okay? But since I haven't parboiled mine, I am going to roast the sweet potatoes for 1 hour. Also, if you like, you can cut your potatoes into much smaller pieces so that they cook faster. All right, so I have my everything mixed up here. So all I'm going to do is pour this mixture onto my sweet potatoes, okay? Just put it in. And to avoid wasting my precious butter, I find it's just better to first put the sweet potatoes on the tray. Okay. Just like so. And then just pour my mixture on. Just drizzle it, drizzle it, drizzle it. Make sure you get everything. And then, don't worry, my hands are clean. Then I'm just going to mix them. And then I'll just put a timer on my oven for 30 minutes. Then when the timer goes, I'll go turn the sweet potatoes, and then let them roast for a further 30 minutes. All right, now it seems like my baking tray is a bit overloaded. So I've already preheated my oven. So I just slide in, make sure it goes straight in the middle of your oven, right? And then I'll put a timer for 30 minutes. Then we'll check on them. So checking on the sweet potatoes after 30 minutes. Oh, these are coming along well. So all I'm going to do is just turn them over so that they cook evenly on both sides. They smell delicious. Oops, my pie. Seems my baking tray too much. So you want your roasted sweet potatoes to be glazed. Can you see? You want them shiny, not dry. And the syrup and the juices of the bottom are what makes them glazed.
Put a timer for just, I think 20 minutes should be okay now.
Right. So there we have it. Our sweet potatoes are ready. They smell delicious. So what I'm going to do is just put them on my service tray. So our sweet potatoes are ready. Look at that. They smell so nice. The smell of cinnamon and the sugar. Mwah, amazing. And this will be great for our breakfast for Christmas. Pancakes are so easy to make, and what I love most about them is that you can make the pancake batter the night before and put it in the fridge, so that in the morning when you have to do is take it out, whip it a little bit and pour it on your pan and cook. So I'm going to show you how we make some lovely fluffy pancakes, and these are what we're going to have for Christmas morning. So now, what we call pancakes here in Kenya are actually technically crepes. So what I'm going to show you is how to make the real pancakes. So they're fluffier and they're bigger, and they use self-raising flour. And to eat them, some people add maple syrup or chocolate syrup, but in our family we just like to have them plain. We make them a little bit sweet, but then with no syrup on top. So let me show you how we go about it. So what you need for making these fluffy, yummy pancakes, you're going to need half a liter of milk, around 50 to 100 grams of butter, depending on what you like. We have vanilla essence, I have cinnamon, I have baking powder, I have sugar, I have salt, and I have self-raising flour. This video is not sponsored by eggs. So now, and I also have eggs. 2 eggs are fine. I don't know why I brought 3. Did I bring 3? 2 eggs are fantastic. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put in and mix my wet ingredients. And to do that, first I have to melt a little bit of butter. So once again, I'm just going to eyeball it. That's right. It's about right. Yep. So as the butter is melting, I'm going to put my half liter of milk, which is at room temperature. I have something that fell in. Okay. To this half liter, because we don't use syrup on our pancakes, I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of sugar. Yeah, so we just make them sweet, so then we don't need to add anything. All right, then I'll add a pinch of salt to even out the sweetness. Then I'm going to add some vanilla essence. I'd say half a teaspoon. So that's fantastic. My butter is all melted. Then I'm going to pour in my butter. Alright, then I'm going to crack in the 2 eggs. Just crack them in a separate container first. Make sure they're good. Okay, and the next to go in is again half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Alright, so mix this in. Great. So the next thing will be to add the dry ingredients, which is just the self-raising flour. I'm going to put in 3 cups. And before I start mixing in the flour, I want to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Yes, even if the flour is self-raising, you still add, I still like adding a little bit of baking powder just to make sure my pancakes are really nice and fluffy. Then we mix. So the secret to having fluffy pancakes is to make sure that your batter is not so runny. So this one is a bit runny, so I will add about half a cup of more flour. Because if it gets too runny, then it will just spread and then they will just become crepes. But we're looking for pancakes and not crepes. Now that's great. Make sure all the flour is mixed into the batter. That's good. So now I'm going to let it rest for about 10 minutes. As I warm my pan. So now I have 2 pans here. Another way to expedite your breakfast making, and especially when it comes to pancakes, is to cook using 2 pans at the same time. So what you'll do for these pancakes, you just put very little oil. I think my fire is a bit too high. So you need medium to low heat. So now you just want to just lightly oil your pan, not too much. And you basically only do this with the first pancakes, unless you notice that they're starting to burn. So you'll get a small scooping spoon and just scoop out your mixture. Okay. So you don't want to spread it too much. Because as we said, we want them to be fluffy. Okay. So when you start seeing bubbles appearing at the top of your pancake and then the edges are starting to dry out, then you'll know it's time to check the bottom and possibly time to flip them, because we want a nice golden color. Let me give it just a few more seconds. Let's see if this one, oh, this one, the flame is a bit high. Right, so this one is ready for flipping. Oh, look at that. Let's do the next one. Oops, actually you're not supposed, if it goes sideways, don't try to move it, let it just stay and cook. Otherwise you'll have streaks like I just did. Oh, this is becoming tricky. There we go. So just leave it, then once it's cooked I will move it. My flame. So look at that. And this only took me 40 minutes to cook because I was using 2 pans. So if you want, you can make your batter the night before so that it only takes you 40 minutes. Even 30 minutes. We're not making as many as I am. We are a large family and we love pancakes. So yes, this is amazing. As I said before, we don't put syrup on our pancakes, because you also try to reduce the amount of sugar that the kids are having. So this would be great with a cup of hot chocolate. And let me show you how they look inside. All right? See how fluffy they are. Look at that. You can see they're all dry inside. It's not wet. There's no uncooked butter on the inside. Right, time for the taste test. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's really good. It's so fluffy. I love the eggs and the milk. They give it such a rich flavor. Try it and let me know in the comments below whether you like these new pancakes. When my husband and I were dating more than 10 years ago, we used to love going for picnics, and one of the things they used to carry for our picnics was scotch eggs. I think this is why he fell in love with me. I could be wrong. But I love making scotch eggs. They're so easy and they're delicious. They are fail-safe snacks for breakfast or for a picnic or for anything else that you wish. We actually make them occasionally and we love them. So today I'll show you how to make delicious scotch eggs, which we're going to have for breakfast on Christmas. So to make your scotch eggs, what you will need are sausages. I have picked spicy beef sausages because we are going to boil the eggs, and you know boiled eggs don't have a lot of flavor. So when they're mixed with the spicy beef sausages, they come out amazing. What else we're going to need are our eggs, of course. We have oil for deep frying. We have breadcrumbs. I have some onion powder here. I have oregano. I have paprika. I have Royco or allspice, and I have 2 eggs for the crumbing process, and I have salt. So without further ado, let's make our scotch eggs. So the first thing we will do will be to boil our eggs for 8 minutes. We like our eggs hard boiled, so once we boil them for 8 minutes and then we fry them, they're going to be very well done. So So I have my boiled water here. Let me just, actually I can put in my eggs directly. I like to put in my eggs like this so they don't bash. The eggs have finished boiling. So what we're going to do, I want to quickly remove them from the boiling water and dip them in cold water to stop the cooking process, so I don't overcook them. So now it's time to make our sausage mixture as the eggs are cooling. So I have about 10 eggs, and for 10 eggs I will need roughly, each egg takes about 1.5 sausage, so about 15 sausages will do. As I said, I have spicy beef sausage so that it can give our boiled eggs that extra flavor. And let's see how it goes. So what I'll do is I'll need to remove, I'm looking for a plate. My hands are clean. Please remember to always wash your hands with soap and water before you touch food. So I'll need to remove my sausage meat from the wrap. Okay. And I need about 15 sausages. So if you just squeeze it out, it comes out very easily. 2. I have my sausage filling here. Now I could just coat my eggs with it like this, but I like to add just a little bit more flavor. As I said, these are already spicy, so they don't need much. In fact, the only thing I'm going to add is some oregano, about, let's say, a teaspoon. And I will also put in some onion powder. Okay, so it's about a teaspoon as well. Okay. Sausages are usually very well salted, so there's no need to add salt. In any case, they actually have too much sodium, so they're not that good for you, but then again, it's Christmas, so you're allowed to enjoy something. So I'm mixing in my oregano, my onion powder, if I had garlic powder, I'd have put it in as well, but I could not find it in the supermarket. All right, so that is ready to coat my boiled eggs. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to beat some eggs. I'll need 2 eggs. There we go. And the last thing will be my breadcrumbs. So I'm going to put in about 2 cups of breadcrumbs. You can make your own breadcrumbs, but I'll show you how in another video. And if you're liking this content, please remember to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. About maybe 1.5. Let's make it 2. On the safe side. No, 2 is too much. Sorry guys, I'm eyeballing it. 1.5. Oh gosh, look at that. Okay. So to my breadcrumbs, I want to add some paprika and some Royco and a little bit of salt. I'll put in 1 teaspoon of paprika for the smokiness and also for the color. It's going to be a nice red color. And this is 1 teaspoon to get 2 teaspoons of Royco. There we have it. So I'm going to mix the breadcrumbs with the spices. Make sure they're well incorporated into our breadcrumbs. Okay, that's great. So we are getting ready to form our own assembly line here. But first I need to peel the eggs. So here I have my boiled eggs peeled and I've dried them with the paper towels. So what I want to do is I'm going to coat them with the sausage mixture. Then I'll put in the egg, then I'll roll in the breadcrumbs and I'll put them right here. So let me show you how I do it. So the first thing will be to take your egg and put some of the sausage mixture like that. Please ensure your hands are always clean. Ideally, it would be nice to have some water, because when your hands have water, the sausage mixture doesn't stick as much to your hands, which I will get for myself just now. But as you can see, I'll make sure my egg is fully coated with sausage, and also make sure that the sausage is evenly spread out. You don't have some parts that have too much sausage. The other parts are a bit thin on the sausage. Okay, that is good to go. Then what I will do with this, I will roll it in my egg. Alright, just like that. It's a bit of a mess, but then again, good cooking is messy. Oops. Okay, there we go. And now I take this, then I put it in my breadcrumbs. Okay. So now I want to take this opportunity to shape it, because now the breadcrumbs helps the sausage to not stick to my hands. Okay, just like that. If I want, I can add some more breadcrumbs and press them into the sausage. Look at that. Okay. Now that is ready for the frying pan, so I put it there. On to the next one. So take 1 egg, so I have a little bit of sausage left here. Of course, we won't throw that away. And just use it to make a sausage patty. So now I have in my pan like 1/2 inch of oil. I'm using vegetable oil for deep frying my scotch eggs. I'm not deep frying, maybe just frying. And what I've done is I've heated the oil and I think it's ready for the scotch eggs. So we'll try that one and we'll see. The oil should come just about halfway of the scotch eggs. Let's see. Yeah, that's a nice season to eat. And already here I have 2 bowls lined with kitchen serviettes or paper towels so that they can absorb the excess oil as we wait for our scotch eggs. They're frying for about, let's say, 5 minutes on each side. Just till they are nice golden brown.
Just like maybe 30 more seconds. You have to be very careful if you're using a towel like this, because if you hold too tightly, it might crush the sausage. But this, I find it's the best thing for turning. The scotch eggs are ready. Look at that. I love the golden brown color. And I'm really looking forward to crushing them. We'll see how they look on the inside, okay? So let me grab one. Take this one. Just put it right there. I have to just hold it with my hands and I'll cut into it. Oh, listen to the crunch. Look at that, look at that. This is amazing. Look at that. So it's very well done on the inside. Can you see? We like our eggs well done, yeah? And the sausage is also well done. There, can you see? It's really good. Oh, my kids and my hubby are going to really enjoy this. And I can't wait to taste it. So there is our simple and quick breakfast that we're going to have on Christmas. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please try some of these recipes, if not all, and let me know how you like them. And on our next video, which will be on Tuesday, this being Christmas, I have a special surprise for 4 lucky viewers. Please remember to check it out, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, and Merry Christmas to you and your family.